Welcome to the Dark Tower month for a comic a day, and I'm doing things a little differently this month, which, considering this is the second to last video, if you don't know by now, then go back and look at this whole month where it's been, well, Dark Tower month, I just said that. But if you do know, well then, this month I am joined by my partner in crime, Criff.
How you doing?
From Bard and Criff Vlog. Check him out. We've got a couple. Videos will come out a lot quicker when me and him aren't working on the same channel.
Well, on this channel.
Well, at least on this set of videos. Format is just going to be a little looser with analysis throughout the recap bit. So massive spoilers are massive for everything Dark Tower related this month. You've been warned. Apparently several weeks have passed, but Roland didn't hear what Chimi said at the end of the last issue, so the affiliation has been relying on Randolph's words. Speaking of Randolph, he's over with Farson, who's ready for one big final thing before Randolph's son will be returned to him.
So, I have a question.
Yes?
Who do you think it is under the mask?
Walter O'Dim.
Can't be.
Martin.
Can't be.
That's actually a very good point.
And also, I want to know, now when they show it, it's Farson and someone standing next to him, with Randolph on his knees, and Martin behind him. I want to know who the dude who looks like Martin standing next to Farson is.
Oh, clearly that's Walter O'Dim, man.
Because if there's three of him...
Well, right now it seems to be there's three of him.
But then again, you also have, what's his name? General Machine Guns there.
General Grissom?
Yeah, that guy. Is standing with them as well, which we haven't seen him since issue, what, 2?
2. And literally...
He's done nothing.
He's done nothing, but we've also not seen anything. Like,
this was such a confusing opening page for me. Just trying to sit there and figure out who everyone was. Because you got Farson sitting there looking like the goddamn Crimson King. Then you've got Martin standing next to him, but then Martin's also behind Randolph. But then again, we find out later in the actual book series that Martin was John Farson.
Elsewhere, Elaine survives an ambush, revealing Randolph is a traitor.
You didn't explain that Roland understands and knows that there's someone leaking information, so he's suspicious of almost everyone.
Except everyone with him. Except the one dude who everyone should have logically turned around and went.
Roland said flat out, they said, but you can't believe Randolph after what happened. You can't believe it'd be Randolph after what happened to his family. And he goes, I don't know, maybe.
But Roland still not doing anything about a traitor, save for going,
I'm gonna call Cuthbert Cookie for the rest of this review.
Literally, that's all they're gonna hear, and they're gonna be like, what?
Good, it gives them incentive to go pledge on Patreon.
Please pledge on Patreon. Only $2 a month gets you some hilarious stupidity.
A lot of stupidity.
Elsewhere, Elaine survives an ambush with General the Mullet, revealing...
And I just like his name. That's why I wanted you to do that.
Revealing Randolph is a traitor. Elsewhere, Roland and Bert are killing some enemies, but in their fervor, when a man in a blue cloak comes racing at him on horseback, they open fire without seeing. They have forgotten the face of their... They do that a lot in this series.
Well, the thing of it is, the place they're checking was supposed to have been already examined by Randolph. And Roland even says, well, maybe they set up camp... Or Cookie says... Maybe they set up camp afterwards, and Roland turns around and goes, no, it looks like they've been here for a while.
Yeah.
So Roland gets even more suspicious.
Well, it's not even suspicious at that point. At that point, they realize, especially after they blast a hole into Lane.
Many holes. Because they fan the hammer. They don't just pull the trigger. And Elaine gets cut down by his best friends.
And the last words Elaine Johns hears before he moves on, that Roland swears that the man who killed him will be eternally damned to hell. Roland knows. Roland gives Bert the Horneveld to blow while they're close to camp, so everyone can come riding out. When they return, Randolph is back with the monk. Roland tells Bert to deal with Randolph while he sees who the hell the monk is. We know who the monk is, because...
And Bert's exact words were, oh yes, I'll deal with that.
I'll deal with him with both hands. Oh, Bert does deal with him, but sadly, Randolph takes his own life after Bert goes, you're the mole, I know you're the mole, 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 mole. As for Roland, he comes in to see the monk standing next to a bound Martin. Roland doesn't hesitate for a second and just starts unloading into Martin, who turns into a crow and flies off.
The monk is Martin, that's why the crow was in the form of Martin.
I thought the crow is Martin.
No, that was just a crow that he caught out of the air and transformed to look like himself. Remember the crow with the weird face? Because even Roland says, after their conversation, it was Martin, I should have known.
That's why I was like, okay, Martin's the monk, because I could have swore Farson turned himself into the thing.
No, I mean, technically, yes, but no.
There is no boy! Suddenly, the horn of Eld blares. The encampment of Jericho Hill is under full attack. By the way, if you do have an army, never camp on something that sounds like a really cool battle name.
Yeah.
Like,
even if you're a small bag of ragtag soldiers who doesn't know their assholes from their elbows, don't camp somewhere that'll make a great The Battle of.
Thus falls Elaine, son of Christopher, at the hands of his quartet. It really makes me sad, but honestly, there's not a lot to say about this issue itself. Most of the plot that's there is just there, and this is really okay, now we're at the battle, let's do the battle.
Right, it's gearing you up for the finale. It's a lot like the second to last issue of Fall was. It gives you some very integral, very important plot points, but they're few and they're, not really expanded on. Like, Martin explains to Roland, hey, you gotta go find the tower. Later. Like, that could be expanded on so much further.
Yeah, but to be fair, we also got that expounded on in Treachery? No, The Fall of Gilead.
Right.
Where Roland goes, I'm gonna find the tower. And now Martin's just all, gonna go find the tower? I can help you find the tower. No, I can find it myself, thanks. Okay, deuces.
But I mean, like, we also find out Randolph is a traitor. But that also ends itself here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tying up the loose ends from the rest of the series.
So that way,
and gearing you so you have just a linear shot, just a one big issue that we'll find more out about tomorrow.
And that's actually the best way to close it. So come back tomorrow as we reach the end, but not for us.
There's never an end for us.
But we do find an end to this mini-series and this month of videos. So,
for now.
Come back tomorrow for super duperness.